Welcome to our video of Cloud System's latest product, the Atmos Room Control app for the Cisco Cius tablet. With Atmospherics, you can take control of any addressable device on your network. And now, with the Atmos Room Control app, you control any device on your network from anywhere with your Cisco Cius. In this video, I will go over how simple it is to use the Atmos Room Control app. I will cover each of the app's features, showing you how you can take control of your devices from anywhere with just the touch of a button. Installing the Atmos Room Control app is also simple. You can either download the app from the Cisco App HQ Marketplace or from the Cloud Systems website at www.cloudsystems.com by clicking on the Atmos icon. To launch the Atmos Room Control app, click on the Atmos icon in your Cius's applications. The first time you launch the app, you'll be asked to review and then agree or refuse the end user license agreement. If you select refuse, the app will close automatically. But if you select agree, the app will proceed to the login screen. To ensure network security, the Atmos Room Control app requires the user to log into the app using an Atmospherics URL and username and password credentials provided by a network administrator. From the login screen, enter the Atmospherics app URL, your username, and your password in the boxes where indicated. Then click the Login button. With the Atmos Room Control app, you can also control devices with your Cius when you leave your main office or school building and travel to another network. To switch to a new network, simply press the menu button on the Cius. Select the Login option and enter a new Atmospherics URL and your username and password credentials for that system. After you log in, you will be directed to the room selection screen. This is the list of rooms or areas in a building that you have access to control. In this example, I have access to 4 rooms: the boardroom, conference room, meeting room, and my office. I will select the conference room and the app will take me to the scenes selection screen. In Atmospherics, a scene represents the saved configuration of several devices in a room. For example, the devices in a conference room can be set up for a conference or meeting and then saved as a scene. Then when this scene button is pressed, the room will automatically go back to this state, turning the room's projectors on, enabling the conferencing audio, and selecting the lights to the right levels, for example. And since scenes are configurable in Atmospherics, you have complete control over the type and number of scenes you create. From the Scenes selection screen, you may select one of the preset scenes, meet, present, or call, or press the Scenes button to be directed to a complete list of scenes available in the room. If the scene you want to load is not in the default presentation, you can touch the Presentations arrow to proceed to the Presentation selection screen, to choose a new presentation and see its list of scenes. Touch the Scenes arrow to go back to the list of scenes. The back arrow then takes you back to the first Scene selection screen. The Meet, Present, and Call buttons are configured by the system administrator, and any buttons that are not configured are grayed out. We are currently in the conference room, which includes functionality for conferencing, video presentations, and making calls, so there are scenes for all 3 buttons. If we go back to the room selection screen and select My Office, we can see that only the Call button is enabled. This is because My Office has a phone for placing calls, but does not include conferencing or video presentation capabilities, like the conference room. More information on scenes and presentations in Atmospherics can be found in the Atmospherics Flex Client Simplified Guide, or the videos on the Cloud Systems website. Let's go back to the conference room now. From the Atmos Room Control app, we can also choose to control devices individually. Touching the Devices arrow takes us to the Device Category selection screen. Atmospherics and the Atmos Room Control app can control many categories of hardware, including, but not limited to, audio, cameras, conferencing, displays, lighting, and media players. Selecting a device category will bring up the control buttons for those devices. If I select cameras, I first see power buttons for the front camera in the room. I can swipe to the side to see pan and zoom buttons for the front camera. I can then continue to swipe to bring up the controls for the conference room's rear camera. The small squares on the bottom indicate how many screens of control buttons are available. Touch the back arrow to go back to the device category screen. The Atmos Room Control app can also control the Cisco Telepresence Codec video conferencing products. Select the conferencing category to be directed to the Telepresence video conferencing controls. From this screen, you can adjust the call volume, navigate the on-screen menus, select different camera sources, etc. Swiping to the side brings up a screen for dialing and starting the conference call. With the Atmos Room Control app, you also have the ability to change the video and audio sources that are playing on the various displays and speakers in the room. This is called routing. From the device category screen, touch the routing arrow to be taken to the routing screen. Displayed on the right are all the destinations to where you can route the sources in the room. Once you select a destination, the sources that can be routed are displayed on the left. Sources are devices that output a signal, such as digital media players, laptops, or Cisco Telepresence codecs. Destinations are where you want that output signal to go, such as projectors, LCD displays, or speakers. The Room Control app knows to display only the sources that are available for the selected destination. Thank you for watching our video on the Atmos Room Control app for the Cisco Cius. For more information on anything you have seen here, or Cloud Systems' other control system products, please go to our website at www.cloudsystems.com.